Nakakagulantang na insidente noong Agosto 3, 2025, exactly 2:47 p.m. sa Ninoy Aquino International Airport Terminal 3 VIP Immigration Lane, when Senator Manny Pacquiao, 66 years old, 8th Division World Champion, national hero, arriving from Los Angeles with family after medical checkup, was suddenly stopped by 3 immigration officers na nagdemand na mag-open ng luggage for random inspection. Despite VIP status, despite diplomatic courtesy protocols, lead officer Marco Tensuan, 42 years old, spoke with obvious disrespect. Senator man o hindi, lahat kailangan sumunod sa batas. Walang special treatment dito. Tone dripping with sarcasm, forcing Manny to publicly open bags sa crowded immigration area while other passengers recorded on phones. Humiliation lasted exactly 9 minutes. Pair what happened immediately after. 3 officers suddenly removed from duty, suspended pending investigation, career-ending consequences triggered by single phone call, would reveal shock, king corruption scandal involving extortion racket targeting celebrities. Conspiracy reaching highest levels of bureau. Mga kaibigan, bago natin buksan ang absolutely explosive story na ito tungkol sa Bastos na immigration officers who dared disrespect Manny Pacquiao, national treasure, triggering swift justice na nag-expose ng massive corruption, kailangan kong malaman, nasaan kayo nanonood ngayon? Taga Manila ba? Cebu? Davao? General Santos kung saan galing si Manny? O abroad sa Middle East, USA, Canada kung maraming kababayan? Comment your exact location. At controversial question, tama ba ang ginawa ng officers na i-inspect si Manny publicly, despite being senator at national hero? O abuse of power ba na may special treatment para sa VIP? Nasaan ang linya between equality under law at respeto sa service ng bayan? Subscribe now para sa buong shocking kwento. I-on notifications. Mag-like. Share everywhere. This story will expose systemic corruption. Ang araw ng Agosto 3, 2025 started normally for Manny Pacquiao. He was in Los Angeles for annual comprehensive medical checkup at Cedars-Sinai Medical Center, routine procedure he'd maintained religiously since retiring from professional boxing 2021, traveling with wife Jinkee, daughters Princess and Queenie, personal assistant and security detail, scheduled to depart LAX on Philippine Airlines flight PR-103 at 11 p.m., August 2nd, direct flight to Manila, arriving approximately 6 a.m. Philippine time August 4th, accounting for time zones and international dateline. Flight was uneventful. Manny spent most of journey sleeping, reviewing pending Senate legislation on laptop. Typical working travel for busy politician-athlete. Landing at NAIA Terminal 3 was smooth. Exactly 2:23 p.m. local time. Slightly ahead of schedule. Airplane taxied to gate. Passengers began disembarking. Manny and family were in first class, so among first to exit, walked through jet bridge into terminal, heading toward immigration counters as VIP travelers with diplomatic passports. They were directed to special VIP lane, specifically designated for government officials, diplomats, and other dignitaries, designed to expedite processing while maintaining security protocols. Standard procedure Manny had experienced hundreds of times over decades of international travel. Nothing about this trip suggested it would be different. Nothing indicated he was about to experience public humiliation that would trigger massive scandal. Approaching VIP immigration counter approximately 2:35 p.m., Manny was relaxed, chatting with Jinkee about upcoming week's schedule, Senate sessions resuming Monday, Charity Foundation meetings Wednesday, potential exhibition fight promotional appearance Friday, normal busy life. Pero when they reached counter, atmosphere immediately felt wrong. 3 immigration officers were present. Lead officer Marco Tensuan wearing nameplate, flanked by 2 junior officers Roberto Cruz and Angela Reyes, instead of standard courteous greeting typically extended to VIP lane passengers. Tensuan's expression was cold, almost hostile. Took Manny's diplomatic passport without customary "Good afternoon, Senator," or any acknowledgement of status. Began flipping through pages with exaggerated slowness, deliberate delay tactic. After approximately 2 minutes of unnecessary page examination, Tensuan looked up. "Senator Pacquiao, we need to conduct random luggage inspection. Please step aside and open your bags." Request was delivered not as polite inquiry pero as command, tone carrying obvious disrespect. Manny surprised pero compliant. Of course, walang problema, pero may I ask why? I'm using VIP lane, diplomatic passport, usually exempt from random inspection, questioning procedure while remaining respectful. Tensuan's response was sharp. Senator Mano hindi. Lahat kailangan sumunod sa batas, walang special treatment dito. New directive from Commissioner. Everyone subject to inspection regardless of status. Please cooperate or we'll have to detain you for questioning. Threat barely veiled. Jinkee's face showed concern. Daughters looking uncomfortable. Other passengers ayaw. In regular lanes beginning to notice commotion. Phones being raised to record. Manny maintained composure despite growing irritation. Sige, I'll cooperate, pero can we do this privately? May private inspection area available for VIPs. Reasonable request given his public profile. Pero Tensuan shook head. No, inspection happens here. Public area, transparency requirement, open your bags. Gesturing to luggage cart with 4 suitcases plus carry-ons. Manny had no choice. Began opening first suitcase containing mostly clothes. Tensuan and Cruz started rummaging through contents with unnecessary roughness, pulling out items, holding up Manny's personal belongings. Boxer shorts, tank, tops, medications in full view of growing crowd, deliberate attempt to humiliate. Angela Reyes was recording entire process on tablet, documenting inspection, pero also creating record that could be leaked or used for extortion. Ano ang tunay na dahilan behind this obviously targeted harassment? May hidden agenda ba? First suitcase inspection took approximately 3 minutes. Tensuan finding nothing suspicious pero moving to second bag anyway. Continuing pattern of pulling out items, examining them with exaggerated thoroughness, making show of checking toiletries, asking invasive questions. Ano ito? Para saan? Nasaan resibo? Treating national hero like common smuggler. Manny answered patiently pero frustration evident in tightening jaw, clenched fists. Jinkee tried intervening. Excuse me, pwede ba tayong mag-usap with your supervisor? This seems excessive. Tensuan barely glanced at her. Ma'am, please step back. Don't interfere with official inspection or I'll charge you with obstruction. Threat silencing her. Princess recording incident on phone, capturing every moment of disrespect. By third suitcase, small crowd had gathered. Approximately 20 passengers watching. Some recording, whispers circulating. Yan si Manny Pacquiao. Why are they treating him like this? Kawawa naman. National hero tapos ganyan treatment. Sentiment clearly sympathetic to Manny pero officers didn't care. Continued aggressive inspection. Fourth suitcase contained boxing memorabilia, signed gloves, championship belt replica, training equipment. Tensuan held up gloves. These authentic? May certificate of authenticity? Could be counterfeit. Absurd suggestion given they were Manny's own gloves from his career. Pero accusation served purpose of extending humiliation. Clock showing 2:56 p.m. 9 full minutes had passed since inspection began. Manny's patience reaching limit. Officer Tensuan, you've inspected 4 suitcases, found nothing illegal, nothing suspicious. Can we please conclude this? I've cooperated fully, I'm tired from long flight, my family is tired, we'd like to go home. Manny's tone still respectful pero firm, asserting reasonable boundary. Tensuan smirked. Almost done, Senator. Just need to check carry-on bags, standard procedure. Reaching for Jinkee's designer handbag. But before he could touch it, loud, authoritative voice cut through tension. Officer Tensuan! Step away from the senator immediately. Everyone turned to see Bureau of Immigration Deputy Commissioner Rafael Santos, 58 years old, career officer with impeccable reputation, striding towards scene with obvious fury, flanked by airport security, face red with anger. Tensuan visibly paled. Sir, we're just conducting routine inspection per new directive. Santos cut him off. What directive? There is no directive to harass VIP passengers. No directive to publicly humiliate Senator Pacquiao. What the hell do you think you're doing? Voice-carrying authority that made everyone in vicinity freeze. Santos turned to Manny. Senator, on behalf of Bureau of Immigration, I apologize profusely for this completely unacceptable treatment. You and your family are free to go. Your luggage will be handled by our VIP services team. Please allow me to escort you personally to your vehicle. Tone completely different, deferential, apologetic. Manny nodded. Salamat, Commissioner Santos. I appreciate that. Pero looking directly at Tensuan, I'll be following up on this. Expect official complaint to be filed. Santos immediately addressed the three officers. Officer Tensuan Cruz Reyes, you are hereby suspended effective immediately pending full investigation. Surrender your badges and firearms now. Report to Internal Affairs Office tomorrow morning 8 a.m. sharp. You're facing serious charges. Abuse of authority, conduct unbecoming, possible corruption. You're done here. Get out of my sight. Officers shocked, tried protesting. Sir, we were just following. Santos roared. I said get out. Security, escort them from the terminal. Ensure they surrender all official equipment before leaving. Within minutes, 3 officers who had been arrogantly harassing National Hero were being walked out by security. Career-ending consequences happening in real time. Passengers who witnessed entire incident applauded. Justice being served immediately. Pero what triggered Deputy Commissioner Santos to appear exactly at right moment? Sino tumawag sa kanya? At ano ang connection nito sa larger corruption scheme? Gancho Bloco 1. As Manny and family were being escorted to VIP lounge by Santos, daughter Princess approached father quietly. Dad, I need to tell you something. While they were inspecting your bags, I recorded everything on my phone. Pero I also sent live video to Tito Chavit, referring to Chavit Singson, longtime family friend, former Ilocos Sur governor, current presidential advisor, powerful political figure with extensive connections, Princess continued. He immediately called someone. I think that's why Commissioner Santos appeared so quickly. Within 3 minutes of me sending video, Tito Chavit called me back saying, "Don't worry, cavalry is coming." This was planned rescue. Revelation explaining rapid response. Pero it also raised a troubling question. If Tensuan and officers were conducting extortion scheme, how many other VIPs had they targeted? How deep did corruption go? Ang investigation triggered by Manny's incident would uncover shocking network. Sa VIP lounge, Deputy Commissioner Santos personally served coffee to Pacquiao family, profusely apologizing. Senator, I cannot express how ashamed I am that this happened. Those officers will face full extent of disciplinary action. Pero I need to understand what triggered this. There is absolutely no directive for enhanced VIP inspections. Someone is lying, and I intend to find out who and why. Santos was genuinely furious. Career bureaucrat who took pride in Bureau's reputation, Manny Pacquiao. I aided sincerity. Commissioner, I understand you're not responsible for individual officers' behavior. Pero this felt deliberate, coordinated. They specifically targeted me, knew exactly who I was, yet treated me with obvious disrespect, almost like they wanted to provoke reaction, create scene, made deeper motive but beyond simple harassment. Santos considered question carefully. Senator, you may be right. Past 6 months we've received increasing complaints about immigration officers demanding facilitation fees from arriving passengers, particularly those with significant luggage or expensive items. Extortion disguised as inspection procedures, pero complaints have been vague. No solid evidence. Victims often don't want to file formal reports kasi hassle or fear of retaliation. Your incident might be break we needed. If you're why, planning to file official complaint with all evidence, videos, witness statements, we can launch full investigation. Might expose entire network. Manny didn't hesitate. Absolutely. I'll file complaint immediately. Provide all evidence. Cooperate fully. Pero Commissioner, I want more than just these 3 officers punished. I want systemic reform. Travelers, especially OFWs, should not fear extortion from officials supposed to protect them. Santos nodded emphatically. Agreed completely. I'll establish Special Task Force Internal Affairs will lead investigation. I'm also requesting National Bureau of Investigation assistance. This goes beyond administrative discipline. If extortion is proven it's criminal matter, officers could face years in prison. Conversation was interrupted by Santos's phone ringing. He answered, listened intently, face growing darker. Understood. Detain them. I'm coming personally. hung up, looked at Manny. That was airport security. They caught Tensuan attempting to delete files from his work computer. Cruz was trying to leave terminal with external hard drive, both detained. Very suspicious behavior suggesting they're hiding evidence. I need to handle this immediately. Senator, please rest here. I'll arrange expedited exit for you shortly. Santos rushed out. Left alone with family, Manny finally allowed himself to show emotion. That was humiliating. National hero pero treated like criminal. You know what the worst part was? Not the inspection itself, pero the disrespect, the smugness, treating me like I'm nobody. Like decades of service to country. Bringing honor to Philippines means nothing. Jinkee held his hand. Honey, you handled it with incredible dignity. You could have pulled rank, made scene, pero you stayed respectful, cooperative. That's true leadership. Those officers revealed their character. You revealed yours. Princess added. Dad, the video I sent Tito Chavit is already spreading. Social media is upting. People are furious at how you were treated. Justice for Manny is trending. Millions supporting you. This won't be swept under rug. Indeed, social media was exploding. Princess's video had been shared by Chavit Singson on his official Facebook page with caption, "Unacceptable treatment of our national hero Senator Manny Pacquiao by arrogant immigration officers. This is why reform is needed. Abuse of power must end." Video received over 2 million views within first hour. Comments sectio, and overwhelmingly supportive of Manny. Furious at officers calling for accountability. Traditional media picked up story immediately. ABS-CBN, GMA, CNN Philippines all running breaking news segments, interviewing immigration law experts, former bureau officials. Consensus was uniform. Treatment of Manny was completely inappropriate, violated protocols, suggested either corruption or personal vendetta. Pero deeper investigation would reveal truth was darker than anyone initially suspected. This wasn't isolated incident, pero part of elaborate scheme. Ating mastermind behind it would shock everyone. By 5 p.m., approximately 2 hours after incident, Manny was finally home at Forbes Park Mansion, exhausted emotionally more than physically, pero barely had time to rest, before phones started ringing constantly. Media requests for interviews, fellow senators calling to express support. President himself called personally. Manny, I saw what happened. Absolutely unacceptable. I've ordered Justice Secretary to personally oversee investigation. Those officers will be prosecuted to fullest extent. You have my complete support. Manny thanked President pero emphasized, Sir, this isn't about me personally. It's about systemic problem. If they treated me this way, imagine how they treat ordinary citizens. OFWs coming home with pasalubong. Travelers carrying legitimate items. This extortion racket needs to be destroyed completely. Not just these 3 officers, pero everyone involved. President agreed. You're absolutely right. I'm directing NBI to expand investigation. Look at all immigrati. On personnel, audit recent, random inspections, identify patterns. If this is organized crime within Bureau, we'll root it out. You have my word. Call ended with commitment to transparency. Updates to be provided directly to Manny as investigation progressed. Within hours, Presidential Anti-Corruption Commission announced formation of special body, specifically to investigate immigration extortion, signaling highest level of government was taking this seriously. Speed of response was unusual. Suggested someone powerful wanted answers quickly, wanted to either expose or cover up something big. That evening, approximately 8 p.m., Manny received unexpected visitor. Chavit Singson arrived unannounced, brought by security to private study. Chavit's expression was grim. Manny, we need to talk privately. What I'm about to tell you is explosive. Could bring down several high-ranking officials, pero you deserve to know truth. Manny gestured to chairs. Spill it. What did you find? Chavit pulled out folder. After Princess sent me video this afternoon, I made some calls, activated my network, people who owe me favors in various agencies. Within an hour, I had preliminary information that troubled me deeply, so I pushed harder, called in bigger favors. What I discovered is disturbing. Chavit opened folder revealing documents. Those 3 officers who harassed you today, Tensuan, Cruz, Reyes, They're not random corrupt individuals. They're part of organized syndicate operating WU, then Bureau of Immigration for at least 18 months. Syndicate specifically targets high-profile arrivals, celebrities, politicians, wealthy businessmen. They conduct these aggressive public inspections, creating embarrassing situations, then approach victims privately offering to make problem go away for facilitation fee, typically $500,000 to few million depending on target's profile. It's sophisticated extortion using official authority as cover. Manny's jaw dropped. How many victims? Chavit consulted notes. We've identified at least 47 incidents past year and a half. Total extortion estimated at 60 million pero. Here's where it gets interesting. Money doesn't stay with individual officers. It goes up chain of command, split between syndicate members at multiple levels. Documents showed organizational chart, names, percentages. Chavit pointing to top of pyramid. Syndicate leader is someone you know, someone with access to passenger manifests, someone who can identify high-value targets, someone with enough authority to protect lower-level operators. Chavit paused for dramatic effect, flipped to final page showing name and photo. Bureau of Immigration Assistant Commissioner Eduardo Torres, your former gym mate from 1990s. Guy who used to spar with you sa Ilordi gym, he's running entire operation. Revelation hit Manny like punch. Torres had been friendly acquaintance for decades, someone Manny had helped get government position years ago through recommendation. Betrayal was personal. Ano ang gagawin ni Manny with this information? Confrontation ba or legal route? Manny stared at photo. Memories flooding back. Eduardo Torres, 58 years old, former amateur boxer who never made professional ranks, became gym trainer. Manny had felt sorry for him, used political connections to secure him government job 2015, helped him rise through immigration ranks. This was how Torres repaid that kindness? By running extortion racket? By ordering harassment of the very person who helped him? Chavit watched Manny process betrayal. There's more. Torres specifically ordered today's inspection. Wanted to send message. Word on street is you've been blocking certain legislation he wanted passed. Immigration reform bill that would have given Bureau more unchecked power, less oversight. You opposed it in Senate. This was retaliation. Pero he underestimated how quickly we'd connect dots. How much evidence we could gather. Torres is done. Question is how you want to handle it. Quietly or pub. Lickly? Manny took deep breath, weighing options. Quiet resolution would spare public scandal. Avoid media circus. Pero would also allow corruption to potentially continue under different leadership. Public exposure would be messy. Drag his name through more headlines, pero would ensure thorough cleansing. Send message that no one is untouchable. Publicly, Manny decided. We burn it all down, expose everyone. I don't care about headlines or political cost. This stops now completely. Chavit smiled. I was hoping you'd say that. I've already arranged meeting tomorrow morning 9 a.m. with NBI Director, Justice Secretary, Senate President. We'll present all evidence, recommend immediate arrests, full prosecution. Your testimony will be critical. You willing to testify? Manny nodded firmly. Absolutely, I'll testify, I'll name names, I'll see this through to end. Next morning, August 4th, exactly 9 a.m., high-level meeting convened at Malacanang Palace, Presidential Anti-Corruption Commission conference room. Attendees included President, Justice Secretary, NBI Director, Senate President Manny Pacquiao, Chavit Singson, and Deputy Commissioner Santos. Chavit presented complete evidence package, organizational chart, financial records showing money flow, recorded, conversations from confidential informants, passenger manifests with targeted names highlighted, timeline of extortion incidents, everything meticulously documented. Room was silent as evidence was reviewed, magnitude of corruption becoming clear. This wasn't just immigration officers taking bribes, it was organized crime infiltrating government agency. Systematic exploitation of power. President spoke first. This is beyond administrative discipline. This is RICO-level organized crime. I want everyone arrested today. I want assets frozen. I want full public disclosure. Justice Secretary coordinate with NBI. Execute arrests by end of business today, Senator Pacquiao. Will you file formal criminal complaint? Manny. Yes, sir. Complaint is already prepared, signed, ready to file. President turned to media secretary who had been taking notes. Schedule press conference 6 p.m. today. I'll announce arrests personally. Make clear this administration has zero tolerance for corruption. Senator Pacquiao will join me. This is his victory. His courage to come forward despite personal embarrassment enabled us to break this case. By 4 p.m., coordinated raids executed simultaneously across Metro Manila. NBI, gents arrested Eduardo Torres at his Makati office, simultaneously arrested 12 other immigration officials at various locations, seized computers, documents, P18 million in cash found in Torres's home safe, evidence of lavish lifestyle inconsistent with government salary, luxury cars, properties, offshore accounts, complete financial forensic audit initiated, 3 officers who harassed Manny, Tensuan, Cruz, Reyes, arrested at their homes, charged with extortion, abuse of authority, participating, an organized crime syndicate, bail set extremely high, unlikely to make it, facing minimum 15 years if convicted. 6 p.m. press conference was broadcast live nationally. President at podium flanked by Manny, Justice Secretary, NBI Director. My fellow Filipinos, today we struck major blow against corruption, arrested 15 Bureau of Immigration officials involved in organized extortion syndicate. Operation was made possible by courage of Senator Manny Pacquiao, who, despite being personally humiliated, chose to fight back not for himself, but for every Filipino who has suffered similar abuse. Senator Pacquiao exemplifies true public service, using his platform to expose wrongdoing, demanding accountability. I'm proud to call him colleague and friend. President gestured to Manny to speak. Manny approached microphone. Salamat, Mr. President. What happened to me August 3 was humiliating, embarrassing. Pero it opened my eyes to what thousands of Filipinos experience regularly. OFWs coming home after years abroad, carrying hard-earned pasalubong for families, being extorted by corrupt officials who abuse their authority, small business owners traveling with legitimate goods being forced to pay facilitation fees. This ends now. I'm filing criminal complaints. I'm testifying in court. I'm seeing this through until every core UPT official is behind bars. Pero more important than punishment is reform. We need systemic changes, better oversight, whistleblower protection, passenger rights education. I'll be introducing comprehensive immigration reform bill in Senate. This will never happen again. Speech was met with thunderous applause from media. Public reaction on social media was overwhelmingly positive. Warner Laban Manny trending. People sharing their own stories of immigration harassment, creating public record of abuse that would support broader reforms. Over following weeks, investigation expanded, identified 63 total victims who came forward, total extortion estimated at P95 million, asset forfeiture proceedings initiated to recover stolen money and return to victims. Torres and 12 officials remained in detention awaiting trial. 3 officers who directly harassed Manny pleaded guilty, hoping for reduced sentences, provided state's evidence against Torres confirming he ordered targeting of Manny. As retaliation, trial began October 2025. Manny testified 3 separate times, each appearance drawing massive media coverage. His testimony was clear, detailed, emotional, describing humiliation, betrayal, determination to get justice. Defense attorneys tried discrediting him, suggesting he was too sensitive. That inspection was routine, pero overwhelming evidence, multiple victims testifying, financial records, recorded conversations, everything pointed to guilt. December 2025. Verdicts came. Torres convicted. On all charges sentenced to 25 years, others received sentences ranging from 12 to 18 years. None would be eligible for parole, careers destroyed, lives ruined, justice served. Pero beyond individual convictions, real victory was systemic reform. Manny's immigration reform bill passed Senate and House with overwhelming bipartisan support. Signed into law by President March 2026, new law included strict protocols for inspections, mandatory recording of all interactions, independent oversight board with civilian members, whistleblower protection, passenger Bill of Rights posted prominently in all airports, annual audits of immigration personnel, zero tolerance policy for corruption. Within year of implementation, complaints dropped by 73%. Passenger satisfaction with immigration experience improved dramatically. OFWs reported feeling respected, safe, welcomed home rather than targeted. For Manny personally, incident reinforced lesson about using platform responsibly. I could have quietly complained, gotten those 3 officers fired, moved on, pero that would have left system intact. Corruption would have continued under different faces. By fighting publicly, by demanding complete reform, we changed system. That's what leadership means. Not just protecting yourself, pero protecting everyone, especially those without power to fight back. He reflected in later interview. Inside, Conte also deepened his commitment to anti-corruption work in Senate, became chairman of Committee on Accountability and Oversight, used position to investigate and expose corruption across multiple agencies, earned reputation as senator who couldn't be bought, intimidated, or silenced. Year after incident, August 2026, Manny returned to Naiya Terminal 3, arriving from another Los Angeles trip, approached immigration counter with mild anxiety, pero experience was completely different. Officer smiled warmly. Welcome home, Senator Pacquiao. Thank you for your service to our country, both in boxing and in Senate. Processed passport efficiently, respectfully, waved him through in under 2 minutes. No hassle, no extortion attempt, no disrespect, as Manny walked toward baggage claim. He noticed posted on wall, large sign reading Passenger Bill of Rights with his photo below and caption, "Thanks to Senator Manny Pacquiao's courage, immigration reform protects all travelers." He stopped, read it, smiled, thought about 9 minutes of humiliation that triggered revolution, about Eduardo Torres now in prison, about 63 victims who got justice, about millions of Filipinos who would travel with dignity. Worth it, completely worth it. Bastos na immigration officers learn, that disrespecting national hero has consequences, pero more importantly, system learned that corruption has consequences, that one person standing up can change everything. That's Manny Pacquiao legacy. Not just champion in ring, pero champion for people, fighter who never stops fighting, whether against opponents with gloves or against corruption with law, proving that real championship is about defending those who cannot defend themselves. Exactly what Filipino hero means, exactly what he'll always be.